The American LGBTQ movement started as a queer liberation movement in the late 60s because trans women of color specifically rejected the fear and terror that the state was putting them under. The constant surveillance of every place that they would go and gather, the fear that they had about not having housing, not having employment, not having access to just basic institutions and human dignity.
A quote that I really like is "No pride for some of us without liberation for all of us," which I think is a really important aspect, like when we're talking about pride, because people are a lot more than just their sexuality or just their gender identity, right? There's no such thing as gender liberation without racial liberation, without economic liberation. All these things are inherently connected.
Trans folks for so long have been the least considered. We have seen so many trans people of color be left behind.
In Jacksonville specifically, in 2018, 6 Black, transgender women and gender nonconforming folks were murdered. The authorities in Jacksonville didn't do anything about it. Right now, like, the most pressing issue is violence and a lack of resources. Limitations in housing in general, or lack of access to jobs, lack of access to food. We have folks that are on the streets and dying on the streets.
We also live in a state where at least 40% of the homeless population is queer identified. Healthcare is a big and major issue. I think people knowing where to get hormones and where to get drugs so that they can safely transition and safely live in the body that they know they're meant to be in. And I don't think we have enough focus on that yet. The message that I would send to LGBTQ youth is live your truth.
There are people out there that are doing the work to make this world like a better place.
You're worthy of all the joy and love that this world and that this community has to offer you.
Your family is made up of the people who are going to support you at the end of the day.
It's okay to be different, and that's a part of our culture and our history.